Mr. Taafe, back to you. Another thing that was brought up in opening statements, the defense says that they can absolutely show that Trayvon Martin was the aggressor, in other words, on top during that struggle, because of the way the gunshot residue was found on Trayvon Martin's hoodie. Explain how that's going to show that gunshot residue pattern on his hoodie. How is that going to show that he was the aggressor, that he was attacking Zimmerman?
I'll answer that question if we go back to the pants with the grass stains on the front, too, on his knees.
I got it. You already told me last night that there are grass stains on Trayvon Martin's knees that show in the defense's mind.
You concurred with me, and you agreed with me.
I said that was going to be a problem.
Okay.
But I think that there's a lot of ways.
Let's go back to the gunshot.
I think that there are a lot of ways that Trayvon Martin could have gotten grass on his knees other than being the attacker in this scenario.
And what are they? What do you think they are at that scene? What would be in the jury's mind? In the mind of the jury.
I think that there are many scenarios that could explain grass stains on Trayvon Martin's knees, and just one of them.
He was on top of George and mounting him.
Okay, I'm going to cut
He was mounting George.
One of them is that during the scuffle that Trayvon Martin was on his knees in the grass. That does not necessarily mean he was the attacker.
Doing what?
Right?
Doing
fighting. What? Fighting with Zimmerman.
Right.
Yeah, right. After Zimmerman attacks him. That doesn't mean he's on top.
Zimmerman never attacked him.
How do I know? I don't know that.
The inspector was on the stand and he testified at the bail hearing.
Mic. You keep asking me a question, but you don't want to hear an answer. The answer is that during the fight, and I'm speculating just as you are, you asked me other ways he could get grass stain on his knees. During the fight with Zimmerman, he could easily, yes, the front. Your knees are in the front of your body, not in the back. I get it. He could very well have been on his knees in the rain, in the dirt, in the grass during the fight. That doesn't make him the attacker. Your scenario is that he's on top of Zimmerman. I get it. That's another way he could get grass stain on his knees. But there's a million ways he could get grass stains on his knees. So there, that's the answer to your question.
Right,
do you have a follow-up?
Who the aggressor was? No. Okay, the aggressor. Let's go back to the original question. You want to know
asked you about the gunshot residue. That was my question to you.
The gunshot was, according to the medical examiner, in an intermediate range, which is 6 to 12 inches. As he was on top of my friend George Zimmerman, trying to snuff him out of his life as he's pounding his head on the pavement, and George is seeing his life flash before his eyes. And what happens is George reaches up and the hoodie is extended out. It is more pronounced around the fabric and it diminishes as the contact makes with the body. And that's a fact, and you can look it up on the autopsy reports. Intermediate shot by the medical examiner.
All right, Taafe, you're right. I see how the gunshot residue could be...
Whoa. I can't believe that. Yay, thank you.
could be used by the defense. But I guarantee you that the state is going to come up with another alternate theory. I don't know what it is yet, because tonight I'm just hearing it unfold for the first time. But I mean, just like the grass stains, you could have gotten that if you slipped on the grass running. I mean, there are a million ways it could happen. So I'm listening to what you're saying to determine, will it really prove what you say it proves?